When we started preparing our trip to Iceland, I knew already that I definitely wanted to see puffins. So we used the first opportunity to take a boat to visit some bird islands. Before we started, some local kids presented us their daily catch, a wonderful big red crab. The trip was easy and relaxed. And despite the late hour, it was 6 p.m. in the meantime, still quite bright. Definitely an advantage being so far in the north. And finally, we were even so lucky to see a group of seals. I personally think that they are looking so cute with their big round brown eyes. One could fancy cuddling them, but unfortunately these animals smell a little bit strong. In the south, you find over 170-kilometer marshland with beautiful black lava sand. Down there, we took the tractor from the Littler farm to the bird rock. And finally, I got the full Monty of puffins. I love these birds. They are so cute and pretty. I could watch them for hours. The puffins come back in May after they've hibernated in the North Atlantic. They stay here normally for June, July. Their nesting sites are always in the upper levels of the rocks. Underneath the surface, they dig burrows of about 1 meter length for their pups. Flying is not really their scene. They appear to look a little bit cloddy. Nevertheless, they seem to be pretty good fishermen. Every time they come back, their beak is full of little fishes for their youngsters. Unfortunately, they often end up as breakfast for the big skua. Their breeding areas are generally located nearby the big seabird colonies, with a good reason. Their meals are mostly made up of fish which they like to steal from their neighbors, apart from those times when they eat puffins. Like other skuas, they attack people who come too close to their nest. They fly towards the heads and try to peck the heads of the invaders. And with this size of beak, it can hurt. These well-known bird cliffs were of course also part of our visitors program. Indeed, we are not hobby ornithologists, but in Iceland it is so easy to watch birds in their natural environment. It's really great fun to walk around and observe them. The little Arctic terns are truly flying artists and just as aggressive as their bigger relatives, the skuas. And Peter used the opportunity to play around a bit with them. The little ones are perfectly trained to hide themselves. But when their parents call, they follow. It's no wonder that these bird cliffs in the west of Iceland are so well known. With its length of nearly 14 kilometers, it's not only the longest cliff on the island, but it hosts also one of the biggest seabird colonies. Up to 1 million breeding birds come every year. So many kind of different bird species are bustling around here, be it the kittiwake, the razorbill, the guillemot, the fulmar or the puffin. All there to let an ornithologist's heart beat faster. And I have to admit, it's hard to resist the appeal of these huge colonies, despite the partially beastly stench. Of course, we cannot miss out Iceland horses in our animal parade. Like the sheep, they graze during the summer in the hills. In autumn, they round up the herds again.